Okay, so this is going to be the presentation for buyers. I'm just going to give the normal script that I normally give, and you'll see me move the slides. Um, and this should do it for you. All right, so what we've already done is we've taken the criteria for the house, we've built rapport, and now we're moving into the presentation. All right, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to show you how it is that we are going to help you find this home. And I'd like to explain that there are two types of real estate agents. There's a seller agent and a buyer agent. And it's pretty important to understand the difference between these two. See, both a seller agent and a buyer agent can do all of the following. They can arrange showings, assist with financing, provide property data, and monitor closings, but only a buyer's agent can protect the buyer's interests all the way through the transaction, can advise you, can prepare a CMA, that's a comparative market analysis. Basically, when we find you that perfect house, you may look at me and say, hey Jim, what do you think we should pay for it? And I'm going to do a fairly sophisticated analysis to figure that out. We can represent you exclusively in the negotiation, and we can negotiate for your advantage, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you are able to buy this house at a price that works for you and on terms that are advantageous to you. All right, so in a nutshell, I have four things that I've got to do for you guys. Number one is I got to find you the best home for your needs. Number two, I want to negotiate for you the lowest price. Number three, I want to secure the best financing for you, and I want to do all of this, number four, with the least amount of hassle. All right, so to get that done, we have a very simple four-step home buying process. The first is we're going to start with setting up your home financing. We're going to create and manage your home search. We're going to do all of this using a team approach, and we're going to make sure that we get this house for you right using our highly specialized strategic knowledge. So first, how much home can you afford? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Sherry Allensworth give you a call. Sherry is a very, very good mortgage broker, very creative. She has a lot of different programs. I like to get my folks working with her because she'll give you a lot of options when it comes to the financing piece. And here's the beautiful thing. There's no obligation to work with her. There's no cost. But we find her to be very, very aggressive. I send her so much business that she gives our clients really, really good attention. So I think she's a good place to start. All right? While you're working that out with Sherry, what we're going to do is start to send you information on homes that match the criteria that you've just given me. Here's how most real estate agents pick out houses. They do a random search through the MLS. They pick out 6 or 8 houses, and they try to sell you all of them. See, the problem with that is the wrong person is deciding which homes you'll get to see. So here's how we do it. I take this criteria that you've just given me. I put it into the multiple listing service. The multiple listing service is the professional database that all agents use here in town. And basically what I'm going to do is we're going to find every single property from any real estate company here in town that meets your criteria. And when we do that, we're going to send that property to you, email it to you directly the second it hits the market. This way, if a house comes up that looks like it might be right for you, you'll see it immediately. And then we'll talk together about which homes in the lists that I'm going to send you that we need to see. And I want you to know that, look, we're going to do a lot of things to get this done for you, but the most important thing, if you look there at the bottom, is I want you to know there's no pressure ever to buy a house. All right, we sell a lot of houses, so our primary goal here is to make sure that we find you the right house at the right price, and we want you to be so happy with our services. Listen, we just want you to tell all your friends, right? All right, we use a team approach. So I am going to be heading up the search. So my life every day is to get up, check the MLS, and see what new houses, if any, are on the lists that I'm sending you. And of course, I'm going to contact you immediately if I see something that looks really good and want to get you out there. And conversely, of course, you may look at that list and see something that you like, and you're going to call me. All right, so that's our job together. I'm going to take you out. We're going to find this house. I'm going to write a contract. The minute we write that contract and we get it accepted, it's going to go to Beth Wagger. Beth is my operations coordinator. Now, Beth doesn't work with buyers and she doesn't work with sellers. Her job is to manage your closing. So she's going to make sure that the banks, the appraisers, the engineers, the attorneys, everybody who needs to touch this transaction, she's going to make sure that all of those people are doing their jobs so that you only concentrate on one thing, right? And that's moving from where you are now into your beautiful new home. Now, something a little different that we do than other teams is Jessica, you can see there, and Jason, they essentially do marketing and new business development. What's really cool is we list so much property that many times Jim will see homes even before they come on the market. So many times for our buyer clients, we may be able to give you a sneak peek at a property that's not even on the market. Now, I can't promise that, but trust me when I say you guys get preferred treatment, and we want to make sure that if it's not on the market and it might be right for you, we definitely want to get you in there. And then finally, I want you to understand that we are going to approach this whole process using very highly specialized knowledge. And where does that come from? I'll tell you. These are our statistics. If you were to count up from 2013 to date, we've sold over $24 million in real estate. That's over 190 homes sold since 2013. There are 240 agents here at Keller Williams Realty just in the county, and out of that group, we're ranked number 5. And if you were to look at all of the licensed real estate agents in Monroe County, and there's like 2,600 of them, depending on the day you choose to look, we're ranked roughly 25th. And I can just tell you, when you sell as many houses as we do, you'll learn a lot. So we've been able to accumulate a lot of expertise. You might be shocked to learn that the average real estate agent in Monroe County sells between 0 and 5 houses a year, right? And we sold 70 this year alone. So we put all of that to work for you. And here's the best part of this. None of these services cost you a penny up front. We only ask one thing. We just simply ask that if you want to work with us, that you just simply be loyal to us through the whole transaction. Is that fair?